What's going on with Aldi? I came to shop, but there's nothing on the shelves. A Facebook post from one user has sparked widespread concern, with many wondering if Aldi is on the verge of collapse. And it's not just John. Americans across the country are watching the once mighty discount retailer spiral into crisis. The number of stores has dropped noticeably, 16 closures in a single state in just a short period. What could possibly be driving Aldi into this situation? Take a few minutes to uncover the truth. It just might shock you. Aldi, the German discount supermarket chain, was once hailed as a symbol of efficient, no-frills, low-cost retail. With a strategy focused on minimizing expenses and offering affordable private label goods, Aldi quickly won over American consumers over the past decade. However, 2025 marks a turning point, and not a pleasant one, for this retail giant in the U.S. market. Aldi has quietly shut down at least 16 stores in states like Florida, Missouri, Illinois, Pennsylvania, and Texas. That's not all. The company also sold off around 170 recently acquired Winn-Dixie and Harvey's locations to a private investor. While Aldi has announced plans to convert the remaining 2 to 20 stores into Aldi-branded outlets by 2027, the move has left many observers wondering, is Aldi restructuring to rise again, or silently retreating from the brutal battleground of American retail? And what has caused a model once praised as the future of retail to become a burden, forcing mass closures and asset sell-offs? The following video will expose a series of shocking truths. 1. The price of going cheap. Aldi's low-cost model is backfiring. On a Monday morning, customers arriving at an Aldi store in Springfield, Missouri were stunned to find it permanently closed. No warning signs, no official notice, just empty shelves and a hastily taped sign reading "Closed" on the door. It wasn't an isolated incident, but rather the visible tip of a sinking iceberg. Aldi's signature low-cost model, once its greatest strength, is now working against it. From day one in the U.S., Aldi built its reputation as a retailer that cuts everything non-essential to keep prices low. The company slashed staffing, eliminated bagging services, limited product selection, offering just 1/600 items, a tenth of Walmart's, and focused heavily on low-priced private labels. This strategy fueled Aldi's rapid growth and helped attract budget-conscious shoppers during inflationary times. But amid today's volatile economy and fierce competition, the "less is more" approach has become a fatal limitation. While rivals like Walmart and Amazon are investing heavily in technology, home delivery, and service expansion, Aldi has stuck with its rigid, outdated operations. As a result, Aldi's revenue in some southern states dropped by as much as 12% year-over-year in Q1 2025, according to Retail Dive. Customer complaints are mounting: empty shelves, limited options, no online ordering, and a lack of staff. Excessive cost-cutting has left Aldi ill-equipped to absorb economic shocks. Soaring inflation, rising operating costs, and a consumer shift toward more convenient channels have turned the low-cost model into Aldi's Achilles heel. In a market where survival belongs to the agile and resilient, Aldi remains trapped in the very lean structure that once set it apart. So the question is, if low prices are no longer an advantage, what's left to keep customers coming back? 2. Theft, shrinkage, and collapsing security. I got robbed twice in 3 weeks. Shopping there felt like walking into a danger zone, posted user Tamarlene83 on Reddit after her local Aldi in Southside Chicago suddenly shut down. Comments flooded in. Same thing happened at North Lawndale. A staff member was threatened with a knife. I don't even bring my kids shopping anymore. These aren't just rumors. According to the Chicago Tribune, more than 30 organized retail thefts hit grocery stores in the area in 2024 alone, with Aldi among the most frequent targets. With an ultra-lean staffing model, usually only 2 to 3 employees per store, Aldi lacks the manpower to deter or respond to incidents. The attacks have grown more aggressive. Groups rush in, clear out fresh goods and flee in minutes. "We just stood there," one worker recalled. "It happened so fast." A 2024 report from the National Retail Federation revealed that U.S. retailers lost over $112 billion to shrinkage, a record-breaking figure, much of it stemming from chains with slim margins and stripped-down operations like Aldi. Stores in Pennsylvania, Texas, and Missouri are facing the same struggle: declining sales, rising costs, and deteriorating security. The impact of theft goes beyond material loss. It erodes customer trust, employee morale, and the basic sense of safety. While competitors like Walmart are boosting security, implementing smart surveillance, and working closely with local law enforcement, Aldi lacks the budget and staffing to do the same. If what you've just heard is shocking, stay tuned. The next part of the story is even more surprising. 3. Brutal competition in a time of recession. Fall behind and you die. The U.S. grocery retail market is undergoing unprecedented upheaval. Behind the impressive growth figures of giants like Amazon and Walmart lies a dramatic shift in consumer shopping behavior. Home delivery, online purchasing, and app-based orders are no longer considered luxuries. They've become the new standard. Amazon Fresh has invested billions of dollars in warehouses, robotics, and a professional delivery fleet, enabling orders to reach customers within hours. Walmart has also stepped up, spending nearly $4 billion on express delivery technology and AI integration to enhance customer experience across all platforms. According to the latest McKinsey report, online grocery sales rose by 18% in 2024, while traditional brick-and-mortar stores saw a decline in loyal customer traffic. Yet Aldi has stuck with its outdated operating model, focusing on physical stores, limiting product variety, and lacking an effective online delivery system. Its low-cost approach, once a strength, has now become a liability as consumers increasingly prioritize convenience, speed, and a wide range of choices. Anna, a longtime Aldi customer in Houston, shared, "I love Aldi's low prices, but compared to the fast delivery services from Walmart or Amazon, it just feels inconvenient now. Sometimes I need something and have to go all the way to the store, which takes time and effort. Meanwhile, others just stay home and get it delivered." Retail expert Mark Stevenson commented, "Today's grocery retail market is a race in technology and service. Brands like Amazon Fresh and Walmart are using AI and big data to forecast demand, optimize delivery, and attract customers. If Aldi doesn't innovate, its market share will continue to shrink." This trend is already reflected in recent financial reports. Aldi's revenue declined by 12% in many key markets compared to the previous year, while Amazon Fresh and Walmart posted double-digit growth. Customers are visiting Aldi less frequently simply because it can't compete in terms of service, speed, or convenience. In the relentless race of grocery retail, adaptability and innovation are a matter of survival. Those who fall behind will be left behind. Aldi now stands at a difficult crossroads: transform to keep up, or accept a gradual loss of market share in this unforgiving battle. The pressure of competition has shaken Aldi, but that's not all. A silent economic storm is brewing, threatening even the most established retail chains. What's forcing Aldi, once known for unbeatable prices, to the brink of collapse? Let's uncover the hidden crisis beneath the surface. 4. Soaring inflation pushes prices up sharply. While customers still expect Aldi to live up to its reputation as a discount supermarket, reality is proving to be both surprising and troubling. According to the latest data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, food prices at Aldi have risen by as much as 22.7% over the past year, the highest increase among major U.S. supermarket chains. What's particularly striking is that Aldi's private label products, long its trump card in offering competitive pricing, are seeing the steepest price hikes. The price of Aldi's store brand milk has jumped around 25%, from approximately $2.50 to nearly $3.10 per carton. bread is up 18%, while packaged vegetables have increased by up to 20% year over year. Linda, a homemaker in Dallas, is a vivid example of the hardship many shoppers now face. She once trusted Aldi as a lifesaver for affordable essentials, from milk for her kids to bread for breakfast. But now, each trip to the supermarket feels like a challenge, as she has to carefully consider every item in her cart. The rising cost of milk has forced her to buy less, and she started looking elsewhere for cheaper bread. Her budget is getting tighter by the day, especially with 2 young children and multiple bills to cover. What's more, Linda used to believe she'd never change her long-standing shopping habits. Now, every visit to Aldi feels less reassuring than before. Prices are rising fast while incomes stay the same, forcing her to count every penny. And she's no longer sure Aldi can maintain its low-price image in the eyes of loyal customers. Linda's story is just one of many voices echoing the pressure of inflation. On one side, Aldi must retain customer loyalty. On the other, it's grappling with rising operating and supply costs. The chain is now at a critical crossroads, trying to balance price increases with customer retention, a balancing act that will determine its future. 5. Consumers tighten their belts, sales stall. Now, every time I go to Aldi, I have to carefully calculate every single item. I can't shop as freely as before, sighed Linda as she continued her story. Many families across America are finding themselves in the same situation. Consumers are tightening their belts, cutting back on spending, and only purchasing the most essential items. Bulk buying, once common, is now being replaced with more selective choices to stay within shrinking household budgets. According to the latest report from Nielsen IQ, Aldi's retail sales in Q1 2025 have stagnated compared to the same period last year. The rate of returning customers has dropped nearly 8%, a clear indication that shopping habits are shifting under economic pressure. Consumers are no longer eager to shop as frequently as before, which has severely impacted Aldi's revenue. In response, Aldi was forced to close at least 16 stores across states like Florida, Missouri, Illinois, and Texas in 2025. This move was aimed at easing the burden of operational costs and cutting losses in underperforming locations. The downsizing of its store network is a stark sign that the supermarket chain is struggling to retain customers during these turbulent economic times. These changes don't just affect Aldi. They reflect a broader trend across the retail sector, where consumers are becoming more cautious and deliberate with every purchasing decision. And just as customers have begun to cut spending to the bone, a new and equally frustrating challenge is making many reconsider Aldi: empty shelves and frequently missing essential products. This isn't just a supply issue. It's quietly eroding customer trust and prompting people to ask, can Aldi maintain its standing in this brutal retail battle? Or is it slowly losing its once loyal customer base? 6. Empty shelves, limited choices. Can you imagine it? A major supermarket chain like Aldi, once known for its variety and affordability, now regularly leaves shoppers staring at empty shelves. Fresh milk, vegetables, meat, the everyday essentials of any household, have at times completely disappeared from the shelves. Megan, a frequent customer at an Aldi store in Houston, shared her frustration. I used to come here every week for milk and vegetables for the whole family, but now, many times I walk in and see empty shelves with no choices left. Once, I had to go to 3 other stores just to find everything I needed. This isn't an isolated case. According to the latest report from the Retail Industry Leaders Association, Relay, nearly 27% of Aldi stores across the U.S. experienced basic item stockouts at least once per week in 2025, significantly higher than the 18% industry average. This shows that Aldi's lean, cost-saving operational model is under immense strain in an increasingly volatile supply chain environment. The very minimalism that once gave Aldi an edge, fewer products, fewer staff, a streamlined supply chain, has now become a critical weakness. While competitors like Walmart and Amazon Fresh are continuously upgrading and expanding their logistics networks to keep shelves stocked, Aldi is struggling to keep up, gradually losing customer confidence. Many shoppers, like Megan, are left feeling disappointed and unsure. Going to the store and not finding what you need, it feels like the store has let you down. Empty shelves not only hurt the shopping experience, they signal a major challenge for Aldi in retaining customers amid fierce competition and rising expectations for supply reliability. In this context, the big question looms: what will Aldi do to turn things around? Can it maintain its place in the hearts of consumers, or will it continue to lose ground to faster, more adaptive rivals? 7. Aldi imposes purchase limits, a sign of a logistics crisis. Every time I shop at Aldi, I'm disappointed by the empty shelves. And now they're even limiting me to just 3 vegetable items. I don't understand how a big supermarket can put its customers through this. That's one of many outraged posts circulating on social media in recent weeks, reflecting the growing frustration among shoppers with the worsening situation at Aldi stores across the U.S. Another Facebook user shared, "I shop at Aldi every week for my family, but lately I keep running into stockouts. Last time, I tried to buy milk for my kid, and the store had run out early in the day. Prices are going up, and even then the products aren't there. I'm starting to lose trust." Complaints like these are no longer rare. They're now widespread across social platforms. From Twitter to Instagram, countless customers have posted images of bare shelves and missing essentials like milk, fresh vegetables, and meat. On top of that, purchasing limits, such as allowing each customer to buy no more than 3 vegetable items, have left many feeling inconvenienced and disillusioned with the chain once praised for its affordability and convenience. The product shortages at Aldi aren't isolated incidents. They point to a deeper chain of issues tied to its operational model and supply system. Faced with rising costs and supply disruptions, Aldi is struggling to keep shelves fully stocked. The minimalist model that once helped Aldi cut costs has now become a major weakness. It lacks the flexibility to stockpile or redirect inventory in time to meet sudden demand. The result? Empty shelves and growing disappointment from customers used to convenience and variety. According to the Retail Industry Leaders Association, Relay, nearly 27% of Aldi stores in the U.S. experienced basic stockouts at least once a week in 2025, significantly above the retail industry average. Experts warn that if Aldi doesn't quickly upgrade its supply chain and expand inventory capacity, it will continue to lose market share to competitors like Walmart and Amazon Fresh, who already offer broader product ranges and more robust delivery services. This crisis isn't just damaging the shopping experience. It's shaking customer trust, the most valuable asset for any business. Amid a storm of negative feedback and growing competition, a critical question emerges. What will Aldi do to reverse the tide? Can this budget supermarket chain maintain the trust it has built over the years, or will it continue losing customers to faster, more adaptive rivals? The road ahead looks tougher than ever, and amid these mounting challenges, Aldi isn't alone in facing the current retail crisis. But what's the clearest sign that the storm is spreading and hitting deeper than expected? The answer lies in the growing list of store closures, a figure that's not only alarming but also signals greater troubles ahead. 8. A growing list of affected locations. As the American retail industry undergoes unprecedented upheaval, the list of Aldi store closures continues to grow, raising serious concerns about the future of this once thriving discount supermarket chain. By 2025, Aldi had already shuttered numerous stores in key states like Pennsylvania, Texas, Minnesota, and Illinois, with more locations reportedly on a watch list for potential closure. This isn't just a sign of mounting pressure on Aldi, it reflects a much larger transformation sweeping across the U.S. retail landscape. And Aldi is not alone. According to a report by Coresight Research, nearly 1,405 retail stores across the U.S. are expected to shut down in 2025, a 15% increase over the previous year. This sharp rise signals a broader crisis, not limited to a few isolated brands but indicative of a far-reaching trend disrupting the entire industry. The main drivers of this closure wave go beyond fierce competition. Macroeconomic shifts such as high inflation, with food inflation at Aldi reaching 22.7%, changing consumer habits, and ongoing supply chain disruptions have all contributed. Aldi, with its low-price, low-cost model, is struggling to maintain profitability while holding on to customer loyalty. But amid product shortages, rising prices, and the mass migration toward online shopping, many of its locations have simply become unviable, forcing the company to shut them down in an effort to cut losses. This wave of closures doesn't just affect consumers. It also threatens the jobs and livelihoods of thousands of workers across the country. As giants like Aldi begin to scale down, the question looms: how will America's retail industry recover from this prolonged downturn? And who will remain standing in the end? The coming developments are certain to keep both the business community and consumers on edge. 9. Other retail giants are also struggling to stay afloat. It's not just Aldi. Several major players in the retail industry, including Walmart, Amazon Fresh, Sprouts, and Kroger, are also scaling down operations, triggering serious consequences for the U.S. labor market. For example, Walmart has announced plans to shut down more than 30 underperforming stores in 2025, leaving thousands of employees facing job loss or being relocated to other branches, disrupting the lives of many workers. Amazon Fresh has also slashed about 20% of its physical locations, directly impacting hundreds of staff. Michael's story, a Walmart employee in Houston, Texas, vividly illustrates the reality behind these closures. After the store he worked at shut down earlier this year, he's been struggling to find a new position as financial pressure on his family continues to mount. "I worked here for over 10 years. Losing my job wasn't just about the income. It took away my sense of security and confidence. Now, I'm sending out applications everywhere, but hiring is limited and competition is fierce," he shared. Altogether, it's estimated that over 15,000 retail workers may be laid off or relocated due to this wave of closures and downsizing. This mass job loss is pushing up unemployment rates in many areas, while also bringing a slew of social consequences, from reduced household income to increased financial stress and mental health burdens on affected workers. Furthermore, the closure of stores in rural or small-town areas has left many residents without convenient shopping options, forcing them to travel longer distances or shift to online platforms, something not everyone has the means or access to do. These changes are shaking not only the labor market but also the daily lives of millions of Americans. In this context, the recovery and restructuring of the retail sector will play a crucial role in determining economic and social stability in the years ahead. The current crisis is weighing heavily on Aldi, a brand once known for affordable prices and a streamlined business model. With store closures, rising product prices, growing theft, and supply chain disruptions, Aldi is now facing its biggest challenge since entering the U.S. market. These issues are not only eroding longtime customer trust, but also raising serious doubts about Aldi's ability to maintain its competitive edge in the near future. Can Aldi overcome these obstacles, or will it disappear from the American market like so many other brands before it? Still, Aldi is far from alone. The wave of hardship and downsizing is sweeping through the entire U.S. retail industry, hitting other giants like Walmart, Amazon Fresh, Kroger, and Sprouts. The mass closures are not only redrawing the consumer shopping landscape, but also creating deep ripple effects on employment and everyday life for millions. Faced with this reality, the retail sector now stands at a critical crossroads, forced to seek new solutions to survive and grow in an increasingly unforgiving environment. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss out on future content. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and remember, Everything we've shared in this video is for informational and analytical purposes only. Be sure to consult multiple sources to get a fuller and more objective picture.